Hello. I was gonna be like, who are you? But yeah, I do remember you. Oh, it's still in Joshua. Your name again. Charizard. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's her name. No. Shit. Sherazard? God, so much like Charizard. I might just end up calling you Charizard. We'll see. We'll see. I might just call her that. Or Shara. Shara works fine, actually. We could just go with Shara. Thank you, Estelle, for giving me a change. Or an alternative there. What are you doing here? This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about. I just finished the jobs I took out over for your father. And I was reporting to the guild. So you finished your load too, huh? Somehow or other, I guess. I heard from Aina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something. I'm grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report in as well then. Go ahead, let's hear what you got. Got stuff. Got paid 2,000 Mira. Fantastic. And BP. Yeah, 7th class. Received Eagle Eye quartz as a perk. Okay, that's weird wording. I'm gonna assume you just meant you got Eagle Eye. Because you're saying as a perk sounds weird because of the fact that perks can refer to like abilities and whatnot. But how about you, Shara? I'm just gonna say Shara. Fuck you. I'm never gonna say the full name. Don't you think, or if I do, it's gonna be Charizard. Don't you think you've done a fine job? But that Dave done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. What a fucking backhanded compliment. But you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Great work, all of you. I was surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now. I don't know, I can imagine that the downtime might be a bit of a drag. Well, there won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters. It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink till I can't drink anymore tonight. Oh, cool. You're alcoholic? No, probably not. You're just dumb. You two join me as well. No, I'm sorry. They're 16. Or are we not caring about that in this world? We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself? What a sentence I can stand behind. So what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? Yes. You got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor. Who gives a shit? What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. I'm vibing real hard with Estelle right now. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to strip in public. Excuse you? That... Yes, I'm very much vibing with Estelle right now. Sure, you're a fucking animal. Agreed, it's pretty embarrassing. Oh, I'm vibing so hard with both of these. I'll bonk you over the head with my stick, Shara, if you try to do that. Just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. No. Oh, I don't like Shara very much. You're not giving me a good impression about you. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yep. No. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. What makes you think he will accept? Why me? Shara? Now hold on a minute. Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Or maybe you take no companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll break you in. What is with these people? Is Joshua not 16? Is this game just being weird? Is this just Japan being weird? Again, excuse you guys? Do I need to find a law book in this world? I need to like... Hello? Fucking first we have that cat lady that is hitting on a kid, and now we have you, his mentor? Unless you're being weird and teasing about it. I'm very confused. Why is he? What is happening? I'm confused. We got a major problem. Yes, I do agree that we do got a major problem. It's called Shara. She's standing right beside us. Estelle, Joshua, and Shara, I'm glad to see you. Or am I glad to see you? Saved by the bell. What's wrong, sir? Why are you in such a hurry? It's terrible. My home, disaster, it's gone. Gasp! I never imagined that this could have happened. Alright, let's continue. What? It's alright, calm down, Mary Klaus. Take a deep breath and let it out. Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out. What a fucking surprise. It's not like I called it. What? Yes, I know, isn't it? It's super surprising. Joshua is not very surprised. There's not being calm at all, Estelle. I had something to speak with Father Divine about. Yeah. So I was over at the chapel, and when I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door. So I looked around, and the rooms were in a state of great disarray. Okay, that's different. Wait, what about your wife and Lita? Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room. That's a relief to hear. Is it? It's like that no harm came to anyone. Unless they locked themselves in the attic and didn't get, you know, maybe how that worked. Won't get us anywhere just sitting around here. So, could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus? Absolutely, I appreciate your cooperation. Wait for me, I'm going too. Good idea. We may be able to be of some help, if you insist. I know, we'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. The fuck is Ridge? Have we met them? Yes, I'll do that. And everyone, be careful. It's just the house. Now I did suspect this to be stolen. So I was correct. However, my suspect was that person that we met. I forget what her name was. That was the exchange student. I expected it to be her. However, the fact that this place is in disarray is suspicious, because if it was her, she knew that she knew exactly where it was. So either it's not her, or she made it look like this to cover up the fact that she knew exactly where it was, so that it looks like it wasn't her. So either way, she's suspicious and a suspect. But we'll see. She's still, I have no one else to pin it on, so for now, she's super suspicious. Wow, this place is an absolute mess. The crooks really tore through here. Look at the safe. The septium, which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen, has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go all the trouble to bring it here. It's not you who should be apologizing, it's the crooks who are in the wrong. Now, okay, actually, I do remember that one miner worker who went out and was like, I'm super evil, let's go. So I guess he's also a suspect, or whoever he's affiliated with. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house? The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. That is super suspicious. Because then this seems like it might have been a cover-up. If they knew it was specifically in here, why would they think that? They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in. By themselves, or were they thrown, like, locked up by others in there? Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do. Which is... kill them all. I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you to check out the inside of the house. You mean like an on-site investigation? Are you sure we're up to the task? Is this a mechanic we're about to do? Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground, no? Alright, we'll see what we can do. Proceed carefully and deliberately. Alright, Mayor Klaus. How about we talk in the parlor? Sure, now where to begin? An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach. How about we start from this room? And let's not forget to ask for witness statements from other residents. Sounds like a plan. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Okay, I was wondering, what the fuck is this music? It's just like the mayor... It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this. Look at this, he's got some valuable antique books here as well. The criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or it's a cover-up. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, okay, it's just that, okay. This is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well. The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used an orbital gun. Okay, that's the same sense. This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this. Look at all the books on the shelf and scattered about the room. Seems kind of senseless to have done all this. So you mean it was a cover-up? There are several documents inside the drawers. They don't appear to have been disturbed. It seem to be documents regarding Roland's city government. The fact that these are as they are suggests that there were no political aim involved. This pot's been tipped over, but there's nothing inside. It looked like it's been only tipped over after being hit by something with force. Then the obvious thing, the gift that we delivered to the mayor for the queen is... These crooks are not gonna get away with this. Doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. They must have decrypted the combination and opened it, or... Could they really have cracked the combination? It's not impossible, but I imagine it would be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is that they figured out the combination using a much simpler means. What do I mean by simpler means? Well, let's see. They could have, for example, dusted buttons with a special powder. Powder like that would have absorptive properties, and due to its fineness, it would be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow. Alright, and... Now let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. The powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons were pressed. Now wait a minute, wouldn't they still know the order in which the buttons were pressed? That's not exactly the case. As the powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks would press the buttons in order starting from the least luminescence. It might be more difficult. It might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crooks should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are. That makes sense. Joshua, are you a genius or something? That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons. Just as I thought, powder was used. And there's no doubt in my mind that this safe was opened using the same method I just explained. Alright. Now the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We know it would have at least been someone who visited residence. Okay, game, I'm not stupid. If you're gonna keep throwing, unless you're trying to throw me for a loop and be like, haha, we want you to think that, but it might not be. Alright, now figuring who that is, that's going to be the trick part. Guys, there's been, well, I mean, there's potentially been several people here, but you know one. Look, there's some marks on this railing. You're right, and they're fresh too. It looks like something metal dug into the wood. So grappling hook. Are you alright, ma'am? Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent towards us. Okay, they were locked up straight. Is there anything you noticed in particular about the intruders? They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific creatures. That reminds me, I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe since my husband had gone to the chapel, and there were just the two of us here. I wonder how in the world they got in. Well, the grappling hook. That's that much is easy to figure out. Hello? Okay, you're Lita. I had such a scare. I was cleaning up in the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in. Masked men, huh? That means this wasn't a one-man job. Well, yes. How many people were in the group? I probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me. One of them was short. It might have even been a girl. Yes, game. You're making this way too easy for me. Huh? What's this? Surveys leaf? I just think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this. On top of that, it's not a type that grows around here. You're sharpest though. This is a place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everyone up. So it's a key piece of material evidence, right? Do I get a description for it? Tree leaf found in the attic. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. Just fucking running around everywhere. So. It's like, maybe this boost wasn't important. I better take some. Doesn't look like the lock's been broken either. Which means they got in another way. We already know. We already investigated how they got in. They got through the grappling hook. Wait, do I have to double check something? Okay, yes. Yes, okay. This is nothing, yep. You will give... Will you say anything different? Bunch of food as well? Okay. Well, we've got some info. God, okay. Well, okay then, game. I'm going to save, and we're going to see what else, or if that is enough, because I'm pretty sure I found all the things. No, let's check the details one by one and see what we come up with. First off, what were the criminals after? Oh, the Septium, probably. How many of there were there? Well, 3 or 4. Wait. Yeah. Where did they get into the house from? Through the roof? No, from the terrace on the 2nd floor. Yes. Point blank, what is the portrait of those thoughts that come? Huh? Oh, probably that one then. I was like, wait, what? I don't know if that was a thing I could have gone, but okay. Yeah, I would guess someone who came Looks like we'll be able to specify who the criminals are with this information. Yes, it's the person the exchange student. I'm already onto this. I knew this to begin with. Over the past 2 or 3 days, have you seen any new faces in your study? Yes. Reporter from the magazine company was one? No. Oh, so those two came to visit you too, huh? By the time of the crime, they were with us at the Esmeralda Tower. I think we crossed them off the list of suspects. Let's see, Samira Klaus were there and others. Other than that, there was only Josette. Yes, exactly, her! But let's not kid ourselves here. With what? I think it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief. Why? After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy. That's what she said. Yes. Criminals aren't always dressed so they can be easily spotted. As for the school uniform, if someone put their mind to it, they could create a replica. but I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl. She was modest and courteous. You don't think... Man, you're naive as hell. Right, Joshua? People can act. I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree. Huh? During that time, when the mayor put the septum into the safe, the girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's, eyeing her prey. Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But at least to me, she didn't look like any ordinary student. I'm so fucking sharp. I'm the smartest. You must be joking. Unbelievable. Yes, you're incredibly stupid, Mayor, to like just, here's the thing, we're just gonna put this the new I don't know. At any rate, it looks like we're going to have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you? Yeah, she's fucked off. If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel. Should she now? But she said something about taking off from Roland sometime today. Well, it looks like we're going to have to hurry then. Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, now she's directly in my party? Question mark? Hey, she is. What do you have? You have a whip. Of course you do. You have spike shoes. Okay. Oh, are you that kind of a character? Okay, what do you directly have? You've got attack, shield. Oh, you have a large blue line. Okay. Well, great. Good to know. You have shield, 80. Okay, that managed nothing. Didn't I get... Yeah, eagle eye. Can see enemies from a distance. Okay. Sure. Right. So what is your stats, lady? Holy shit. What is your primary stats? Deck? Well, no, okay, hold on, actually. Fucking... Okay, so you're all about that wind stuff. Okay, hold on, before we do that. Nope, slot. There we go. Sure. Oh, fuck me. I need 80. Wait a minute, why is that not? Oh, because that... Okay, so... I need to open this. Okay, so you only have 2 that's wind cords only. Well, okay, so you're wind specific. Okay, hold on then. Whoop. Magics wind. 8 for... Okay, no, or 4 those and 2, it's a line ability, lightning. I see. Very interesting. Has potential to seal? What the fuck? You can get that 2 from that. Okay, and then you need 4. That's possibility. You can get lightning. Can you get 8? Do you have possibility to get 8? Hold on. What do I have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. What do I have currently? 1, 2, 3. No, at the moment I don't have the possibility to do that. Because, yeah, I have made an P1. Yeah, that's the EP cut that I have, right? That was Eagle Eye, which has 3. Would anything else be... Nope. 4 in blue. Well, I don't have that, otherwise diamond dust. Firebolt EX. 3 in fire. No, okay. So hold on. Let me fucking check here. That's 1, 1, 1. No, it would be the gold and silver. I don't know what the fuck they're referred to, but it would be those. I'm gonna assume that they only support stuff to go with other things. No, silver, Chaos Brand. 5 of those. 2 blue. Well, I don't have that potential. I only have 1. Unfortunate. Otherwise you can get tier. Then you can have, okay. Interesting. Let's see. No. Guess it would be only lightning would be the... Wait. 4. No, you don't even have that potential because... balls. Well, I can all... You know what? I could take away Estelle's potential to have aerial and put defense on her, because that would give her, or she could get well, she could get EP cuts potentially, or that to give her. Oh, that one would get her 10 more. She could get casts. I think honestly, well, her normal attacks are earth-based at the moment, but she could take that away. But she could get that defense up, and then give Shura the impede 2, so that she could get much more. Hold on, then what could that potentially give her? Nah, there's only 4-2 there. There's nothing else really. She would also get aerial at the same time. Okay then, hold on. What has red? The flying felines. Shining Palm, that's what I recognize the name. Palm. You guys, yeah, but that's not... Okay, so those fucks in the sewers and those dudes give red. And what do I need in terms of just general? Okay, well, we can go to the sewers and immediately kill things. So what we're going to do then is we're gonna take MP2 and just give you that instead. Now you have one of each of those elements. Hooray for you. Then sure, here you go. You get MP2, and then you get shield, I guess, and congratulations, you're gonna get EP cuts. Reduces the costs. Yeah, Eagle Eye isn't necessary at the moment. You're not gonna get anything more. Plus then I guess you get Clock Up and Soul Blur, that's neat. Then on top of that I could give you like max EP after that. Probably. Or something. I can only give you like one of each here. So it will be EP cut, and then when I unlock another one, you get something else. I still give you see distant enemies. What do I give you? This will still be a general thing, yeah? For example, if I gave you Eagle Eye and then put EP cut, that would still affect everything, yes. But would 3 be better than on that connected list? It honestly doesn't matter. Wait, hold on. 2, 1. I've noticed the thing I can do. Maybe. Currently she has 3 gold to that. If we do that, then that, because then that works for everything. And then when she just unlocked the new slot, if we put blind on her, she will get Hellgate as well. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's do that. That's how we have to play this fucking game. We need to get 50 of those as well. Well, okay then. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do, because yeah, okay, so who drops black ones? Time the stones. You do too. No, special versions of you do. The forests. The killer, no. Forest mist, that's... Yeah, that's in the forests. What does stat guard mean? They're just immune to all that shit? The birds. Okay, so first off, okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna look into here. Nothing. Okay, good.